The year was 1992. Sega realized that their newest add-on, the Mega CD, was a piece of...
Didn't you already make a video about Sonic music?
Yes, I did. And no one fucking watched it. Wait, who are you?
I'm Omachow. I'm here to help you.
Do I really need a second character here? It's just kind of me talking about Sonic music. I don't really need anyone else for that. Piss off. Well, that was unfortunate. Obscure Sonic music. You know how games have a prototype stage before they're finished? Well, it's the same with songs. And just like games, they can be quite different from a final product. Just look at, listen to this prototype of Open Your Heart. God, those vocals are hilarious. It's pretty understandable why they got a native English speaker to do the vocals for the final song. I don't even think it sounds bad, it's just kinda hard to take seriously with all the English. The instrumental also sounds a little different, but I'm not a music expert, so I sure as hell can't explain it. If you thought the vocals in the prototype of Open Your Heart were amazing, then get ready for... They literally just used a flute where the vocal should be. I don't know about you, but that's hilarious to me. It's hard to imagine that this is real and was technically in an actual game, as it's in the files for SA2 preview. I actually really like this though, it somehow sounds kick-ass and relaxing at the same time. The flute feels so out of place, it also works really well. At least for me anyway. I'm not sure how else to even feel about this, I just like it. And if you thought English lyrics and flute lyrics couldn't be topped, then boy do I have a hell of a surprise for you. Introducing Prototype Sonic Heroes. Trust Crush 40 to sing a song in gibberish and still have it sound awesome. Much like the last two prototypes, this manages to sound pretty good, despite the ridiculousness of it. In fact, I think I may actually prefer this one over the final song. Something about the instrumental is just... better? I don't know. Is that just me? Not that the final song isn't great, it is on my top 20 for a reason after all. Watch that goddamn video. Those are all the interesting prototypes I know of. If you know any others that are worth mentioning, feel free to let me know in the comments. An aspect of the Sonic brand I feel is often overlooked are the physical music releases. This franchise has a ton of album releases. The only Sonic album that seems to get any attention is Multidimensional, the Sonic Adventure 2 full soundtrack release, but not for the right reasons. Sonic was even getting album releases back in the early 90s, but these ones aren't quite what you'd expect. Back in the early to mid 90s, there was a whole bunch of albums released in Europe under the name Sonic Dance, or Sonic Dance Power, which were just compilations of completely unrelated popular songs from the time. Can you even call this Sonic music? I guess not, because it's not, but screw it, I'm including it anyway. I can only assume Sonic is on there for market value, as this was the early 90s, the height of his popularity. They made fucking 8 of these, wow. There was also one called The Better One Wins, that was released in Germany in 1992. It's pretty much the same idea as Sonic Dance, just with a different name, as well as 3 albums under the name Sonic Mix, released in Spain. which are also pretty much the same thing. Sonic is a fucking whore. There's also Sonic Live, a live musical performed at Sega World Sydney, and is most likely the reason it was demolished. Well anyway, no actual recordings of it exist, unfortunately. However, there was an album released which features the whole thing in audio form, and is available in full on YouTube. A solid 25 minutes of
together, we are cool company.
With my brains
and my speed.
and my... Oh, what have I got, Sonic?
Tails, you little bro are all fucked!
The songs themselves aren't really bad, it's more just whenever the characters speak with each other. Check it out if you hate yourself. And trust me, there's worse things called Sonic Live.
What are we waiting for?
I'm supersonic, a rebel to the core.
What are we waiting for?
I'm a dude with tood, a rebel to the core. I'm Sonic, the hedgehog.
That's the score.
Supersonic, also known as Supersonic HWA, was released in 1992 on CD, vinyl and cassette. The track list includes Supersonic, Supersonic, and Supersonic. I kind of struggled to find all these songs on YouTube, probably because both the album and all the songs in it are just called Supersonic. The songs are pretty good though, give them a listen. Virtual Sonic, an album released in 1996 containing mostly original compositions, but also remixes from Sonic Spinball and Sonic & Knuckles. I only just listened to these songs for the first time while making this video, and yeah, most of these sound great. The song Metal Sonic even has vocals and I love it. It's cool that Metal Sonic not only had his own vocal theme, but all the way back in 1996. These songs were actually recorded 3 years prior to release, meaning they're all technically made back in 1993, which just makes them even cooler. I'd recommend you at least give Chaos Jam and Metal Sonic a listen. This is definitely an album I plan on picking up, if I ever find it, that is, because I couldn't find a single listing of it online. Supersonic Dance Attack, released in 1992 on both CD and vinyl, features just 3 songs, which use samples from both Sonic 1 and Streets of Rage 2, and they're all pretty cool. It even got re-released the same year, known as Supersonic Dance Attack Remix, which was the same but included a remix of Supersonic Dance Attack, as the title would imply, and I literally couldn't even find it on YouTube. That's probably a testament to its obscurity. I guess I'll just have to upload it myself when I get the album. Or not, because once again I couldn't find it anywhere online. Life is often disappointing. Here's an album I actually own, and it's probably my favourite album of all time actually. Sonic the Hedgehog Remix. But since that name's a little generic, I usually refer to it as Sonic CD Remix, as the tracks are based on music from Sonic CD. They were actually composed by the same guys that did the soundtrack for the actual game. If someone was to ask me what my aesthetic is, I'd show them this album. And yeah, if these songs sound familiar, it's probably because I overuse the fuck out of them in my videos. There's allegedly a vinyl version of this album, but no evidence of its existence has ever come to surface, so for now, it remains a mystery. This isn't even the only Sonic Remix album. There's also Sonic Adventure Remix, another fantastic album. It features remixes of vocal songs from Sonic Adventure, but it doesn't have one for It Doesn't Matter for some reason. Why? It literally has 2 remixes of My Sweet Passion, but not a single one for It Doesn't Matter. It has every other vocal theme from the game, even Biggs, but not the main characters. That aside, this album's great. They're extremely different from the original versions, some of them barely even sample the original song. Both of these albums I'd recommend listening to in full. Even pick them up if you get the chance, I own both of them. It depends on condition, but when they do show up online, it's usually not for too much. Play, a video game symphony live. This one just confuses me. It features artwork of not only classic Sonic, but American classic Sonic, despite the fact it was released in 2009, and the song selection seems completely random. It's got songs from Sonic, Kingdom Hearts, some Commodore 64 games, The Elder Scrolls, Castlevania, Silent Hill 2, yeah, Green Hill Zone and the Silent Hill 2 theme exist on the same album together. An album with Sonic the Hedgehog on the front features the Silent Hill 2 theme. The covers in this album are fine, I guess. They're all orchestra, so if that's your thing, you'll probably like this album, but I don't really care for orchestra myself. This album is a collection of music that was played by a live orchestra in a series of concerts between 2006 and 2010. The concerts were originally organised by Square Enix to play Final Fantasy music, and it eventually branched out into video game music in general, but only one Sonic related song was ever covered.
There's also 2 Sonic Underground albums.
Cool. Wait, aren't you dead? This one probably doesn't count, but I'm including it anyway. Hunted P, the guy who made the Knuckles raps in SA2, actually made a Knuckles rap for Sonic Mania on his YouTube channel, and it's pretty darn good, check it out.
Cause I'm God made too strong to ever waste. What's embedded in my soul, what is in my brain? A challenge in the form of battle for a bigger plate. Here to demonstrate progress and make a tape. And when I'm done, I take a pretty thing up on a date. Who's the fighter with the spiked fist? Knuckles. Protect the emeralds and diamonds. Knuckles. Spitting hot fire, hater, I advise ya. Get knocked out by the KTE cypher.
Speaking of songs that are official, except not really, there's Sonic Youth by Crush 40. Not to be confused with Sonic Youth, a completely unrelated band. The song is a tribute to both the Sonic franchise and Crush 40's previous work, kind of a thank you song to fans. The lyrics heavily reference their previous songs, not very subtly, but it's great. I'd say it's even one of their best, to be honest. Pick it up on iTunes or get the album live, as it's the first track on there.
There's also an album by Junsinu called Ready, which features a vocal version of Azure Blue World, the theme for Emerald Coast, and it's super good. but Goop forgot to include it in the video lol.
今風を切って駆け上がろう輝き始めた扉待ってそう迷わないで選び取れ夢のかけらをチャンスを逃さずにいよう過去とき放ち次のステージへ
To wrap this video up, let's look at this absolute classic from 1996 that was released in Europe.
They call me Sonic, 'cause I am passive and sound. I keep on jumping around. Blue hedgehog Sonic, with incredible speed. I'm moving my feet. They call me Sonic, 'cause I am passive and sound. I keep on jumping around. Blue hedgehog Sonic, with incredible speed. I'm moving my feet. They call me Sonic.
As far as I'm aware, this video was included in the CD release of the song, as well as an extended mix, 2 other tracks, and an emulated copy of Comic Zone. Alright. This song is just so strange. It feels really mid to late 2000s internet video, which I guess it also is. Why would you nightcore this? The other tracks in the album are instrumentals, which are fine I guess, not very notable. This album is just weird. It's hard for me to even give my thoughts on it. And they made another one! If you thought They Call Me Sonic wasn't obscure enough, have you heard anyone ever bring up Sonic, King of the Ring?
I'm the king of the ring. Come here and play with me. Me, the king of the ring. Bringing you the energy. I'm the king of the ring. Come here and play with me. Me, the king of the ring. Bringing you the energy.
It was released the same year and also in Europe. How are these officially licensed Sonic songs? This album also includes an instrumental of King of the Ring, a remix I think, I couldn't find it on YouTube, and a German version of They Call Me Sonic. What? Okay, I'm done. While I couldn't find a listing for King of the Ring online, I did manage to find one for They Call Me Sonic in Germany that I ordered. I'll probably upload it in full somewhere once it arrives. Feel free to let me know which one of these was your favourite in the comments. It'd also help me out a lot if you could subscribe and click the bell icon, since apparently a lot of you are completely unaware when I upload, even when I post it on Twitter. I don't really have a punchline to end on, so bye.
You cannot contain me. Goop forgot to record an after outro scene lol.